Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode with me, IHT. And today we are going to look at our good friend Matt Donlevy at Photon Trading. And Photon Trading is a place that I subscribe to, and we'll go on and talk about that as well with my experience and what I found as we look through the episode today. Now, we'll first start at the website and the options that they have. Okay, so they've got quite a number of things that you can do now. A little bit different than what I had before, but it's the same principle, it's the same program. So let's jump over to the website and have a look. Okay, so here we are on the website, and I can tell you straight away that this slogan was what caught me, right? It was this slogan, and the reason is because I'd realised quite quite very well that trading was going to be a long haul, right? I learned that after probably about 2 years of trying to trade, this wasn't going to be easy. This was going to take a while. And then I found Photon, and I watched a few of Matt's videos online, and he really comes across very, very clear. He certainly knows his stuff, and this is what I had been looking for 2 years, right? A mechanical trading plan. Now, what is a mechanical trading plan? It is do these things, and when it happens, go in. That's it. Simple, right? Do these things. When this happens, enter. That is a mechanical, and that's all I was really looking for. I was looking for, I was looking for indicators. I was looking for strategies that was just that simple. I'd had a day job, and I needed it to be that mechanical. I needed to just be told what to do. I'd implement these things. I'd do whatever it takes, right? Implement these things, and if that happens, then bang. However, including with Photon, and we'll talk about this in a bit, there's no such thing as a mechanical trading plan. There's none. Because even here at Photon, no matter how much I loved being a member of Photon, which I was for about 6 months, there is no mechanical trading plan here. Do not enter into this expecting that you will be like, it will all be laid out for you and you just got to wait till it happens and then bang, you're in. Because again, and this is the thing which I have with AI, and I don't want to go off on that one because this is about Photon, but there is so much human intervention when you choose to do a trade. It's crazy, right? There is no such thing as mechanical. Anyway, the website starts going bad here for me because these sort of these sort of testimonials and things is like you can make this up, right? You can make this shit up, and you can pay anyone on Fiverr to sit there and do a thing for you. I'm not saying that Photon has done that, by the way. I am not. But it sort of drags the site down for me, and if I knew Matt, I would be saying that probably don't do it. Maybe do it on a separate page, but not straight away. When I joined, it was promising 5-to-1 as a return rate. A risk to reward was 5-to-1. Now it's gone down to 3-to-1. Right on when I joined, it was like there was a lot of people talking about sort of like not being able to get the 5-to-1. It wasn't really sort of working out, and then they sort of regressed it to 3-1. So yeah, that is a change that's happened. No guessing, no hesitation. No, there is, I'm afraid. So do not expect, like I say, it to be this mechanical, because it's not. And then if we go down to the programs, you can have a look on this. Oh yeah, and by the way, Matt, he only trades Euro US. That's it. And actually, the program is only been tested on these 3 pairs. And actually, Matt doesn't even trade Aussie US or GBP US. He only trades Euro. So there's 3 guys, Matt and 2 other guys. Very good guys, by the way. They run a little bit different than what Matt trains you in the training program. But yeah, be prepared. You will not get trades every day if you're looking for that kind of thing, which is a good thing as well, by the way. It taught me that. But yeah, you will only be watching these 3 at the most. If you do the others, then they're not tested, and it's certainly not what any of the coaches or Matt trades outside of this. They don't do it. So if we have a look here, this, okay, is actually quite good value. And the reason why it's quite good value is because if you look on the 6-month plan, which I did, yeah, £99 a month, that's £100 a month. You've got all these other ones out there, like Learn to Trade, like Trend Signal and stuff like that. They're like thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds up front before you've even tried it. And this is what I love about Photon, and I really do take my hat off to Matt, because he really does genuinely want to help, right? And there is some good shit here, okay? You get loads of things, but there is some good shit here, and the Discord is really, really active. And I tell you now, a lot of people out there on YouTubers, you can tell once you do this program, you can tell where they've got their knowledge from. I'm telling you that for sure, right? It's from Photon. So yeah, this is okay. This is cool. Obviously, it's still a lot of money for a lot of people. But I did this one 6 months. I thought, if I can't learn in 6 months, I know his promise is 1 year, but I consider myself quite an intelligent guy, so I'm thinking like, I can do this. And again, a few testimonials and stuff like that. But good pricing. Certainly not asking you for the thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds that everybody's asking for out there in learning to trade. And this program worked, right? I noticed this actually. They're doing an analysis survey. One thing that they do as part of their program is actually they do live analysis of the day before the trading day. By the way, the trading day for Matt is he starts at 7 a.m. and he does not trade after 10, like 10:30. That's it. He's done. I learned that actually my trading day is 7 a.m. till 11:15 and 11:30. Sorry, not 15. And that's my trading day done with. If I don't trade, I don't trade. I don't just sit there hanging and waiting. Oh, maybe the afternoon will be better. No. Just like that's my day. And that's what Matt sort of does as well. This is new. I haven't seen this, but you are not going to be able to understand what the fuck is going on in these sessions unless you've done the course, because I'm telling you now, and I'm going to show you this in TradingView, what it's all about. It is just absolutely how someone can make trading so technical. I never imagined it, but Matt is probably the best one on the internet who makes trading as technical as you can probably get, right? Mentorship, yeah, this is back to the courses and the trade plans and stuff like that you can subscribe into that we've already seen. The one thing I would talk about really is going to his website. Make sure you've seen, not just like watch the first 30 seconds, but there's some videos here, like that's half an hour. Understand what he's talking about, like really try and understand what he's talking about. By the way, this is a mixed review. I'm not completely sold on Photon, although I did, it's probably the best place that I learned as much, but only because it was so damn technical. It was just blew my mind away. But watch these videos. He gives so much away in these videos. You don't have to pay for anything, right? It's free on YouTube, but he gives you the setup, looking at things like the mechanical trade plan. Yeah, but we'll go into that in a minute. But understand his logic and what he's talking about. That's what I would say. Spend a week, 2 weeks, a month understanding it, and then painting the picture in your own world. Okay, but let's go over to TradingView and let's have a look at an example of what Photon FX really sort of talks about in their methodology. So, okay, let's have a look. So I'm in Euro USD. Let's change this for the 4 hour, and let's go to the 4 hour because Photon does 4 hour, 15 minute, and then 1 minute. So 4 hours your high time frame, 15 minute is your medium time frame, and the 1 minute is your entry time frame. Okay. But what they do at Photon, they do very, very well, which is training you how to read market structure. And everyone who knows sort of Photon or have seen the videos, you'll note that the one thing I did was I changed away from red and green candles, right? Good, bad, as they call them, right? This is very neutral. It's all psychology. Matt is an evangelist for psychology and having a good sort of thought process around things. But the way it works is that you're reading market structure. Higher highs, higher lows. Higher highs, higher lows. And what you're looking for is the signs and signals to actually break these sort of key levels. So there we see there was a pullback, and then there was a push to the upside, and it broke this structure. However, what you'll find is that these are called different things in Photon. Now, you will have these lines all over the place within the 4 hour, the 15 minute, and the 1, or I did the 5 as one of the coaches do. But I'm just going to show you this. This is what you'll end up with. Look how many permutations there are for what to call something. So here we've got the 4 hour week, which is the going trend, right? So that's the 4 hour week. We're moving through the week. The strong is actually the low, right? Because this is the higher low. And this is strong because the trend is going to the upside, right? So we expect when this holds and this breaks, this is the new strong low. We expect this to hold, and you can see it came down, tested it a number of times. It was quite strong until eventually it broke, and then it became a downtrend, right? So they talk about this market structure, and that might look quite simple. However, let's look at it in this context. Well, what about this pullback here and this up pullback and then again? Well, actually what we call this in Photon is this is a IBOS, right? An internal break of structure. So now you can already see that in this little window I've got 3 lines drawn. Well, holy shit, you are going to be looking at a plethora of different boxes, regions, areas. Here I've just drawn this box on here because I'm just going to show you the templates that end up with that. So that's my sell and demand 4 hour in the strong. Like, you know, I want price to come back down here so I can get, and again, the permutation or the abbreviations is the value, right? I want it to come down to the extreme value and then bounce off of it. Like, I'm only touching for a couple of minutes here and I'm already exhausted. It is so technical. It is crazy, right? It is absolutely crazy. Very, very interesting. And I learned a ton, an absolute ton from Matt, his trainings, his analysis, etc. I was a bit frustrated with how much analysis he did give because it's only a few minutes analysis sometimes, and you're like, well, but I saw this and you saw that, and this is the other thing. Mechanical is like, this is fact. This is what happens. This is what happens. Done. Now, some people might say, right? So I'm just going to do this. Some people might say, there's your higher high. There's your higher low, there's your higher high, right? However, some people might say higher high, higher low, higher high, or not higher high, but a internal high, low, high, low, high, right? So it depends on who you are, how you put these lines and all the rest of it. Some is obvious, right? But some aren't. And this is where we start to see the variation away from a mechanical. I had lines going all over the place, and I'm like, yeah, that is, you know, that's a lower high, that's the lower low. You know, just here, this is the lower low. And people are like, no, this is all part of one down movement. And I'm like, well, hang on, why? Why is that part of all one? It's clearly pulled back. But then Matt will often say, well, is it a significant pullback for me? No. And somebody else would say, well, actually, I'm okay with that pullback. I would say that is a pullback and this is the new strong high. So this is where it immediately breaks down when you're starting to map this out. And I'm only doing this on 4 hour. You've got to do 15 on 1 minute yet, right? To try and figure out what it is you're doing. So just be prepared that there is no such thing as mechanical, because it is open to interpretation. You will have a feeling that, I'm sorry, but that's a good enough pullback that I'm going to use that as a break of structure or a new low point. I might move this strong low to here, but then Matt might be like, no, that's the strong low. So, and vice versa. They might say, no, I'm fine with that because I want it to break and then I'm going to go short. And, you would have won in that context, right? But the real key point here is that it's all open to interpretation. He will teach you how to understand market movement, but then it's your interpretation of it. And what you're looking for is you're looking for certain signs to happen. And, mechanical being that you often hear this from Photon Trading coaches, if I was being mechanical, right? That's what they'll say. You'll hear this without a doubt. If I was being mechanical, then I would go in here. But I'm not going to go in because this area here doesn't make me feel comfortable. Whatever, right? Whatever they're pointing at. So again, there is no such thing as mechanical. It's still open to interpretation. It's open to your gut feeling, how you're reading the market. But oh boy, will they teach you how to read this fucking market. I'm telling you, you will get no one better to teach you, but do not expect to come out of it and go, oh yeah, I know a mechanical solution to trading and I just got away. No, stop it. Again, I don't care whether you're Matt Donlevy or a fucking AI, there is no such thing as mechanical trading because it is all open to your interpretation. You could get all the alerts in the world, but if you don't understand and have a good feeling about market structure, you're never going to take the trade. So what's the point? Okay, I'm going back here. Right, okay, look at this. So here's a trade, right? So here's a trade. Look at all of this that I had to map out. So you're doing this on a daily basis, by the way. That's such a cool, I didn't realize this was here. Wow. So I've got my breaker structure. I've got my weak high. I'm expecting this to break. I've got my strong here. Strong ends up breaking. And then here I've got my equilibrium. So this is the medium of the strong and the high, blah, blah, blah. And then I've got all these I bosses going down, internal break of structure. You can also get internal break of structure. Oh man, like I say, it was an absolute learning curve, I'm telling you. So technical, but you get to learn quite a lot. So that's the methodology. As I said, there is no mechanical trading plan, but anyway, it is what it is. So we've looked at their mechanical trading plan, and it's not mechanical, as you saw from all of the lines and the boxes that I have to draw when you're analyzing the Photon Trading methodology. It's still open to interpretation. My boxes and lines were never the same as everybody else's, similar but not the same, which again means that it's not necessarily mechanical because it's open to interpretation. So just bear that in mind. But let's go over and have a look at a summary, because I think it's important that we sort of figure out what we learned today. Be prepared to get technical. I'm telling you, this is not quick. You will be absolutely mind-boggled with what they pull out of the bag, and you're like, what the hell? They talk about liquidity concepts, the way that market structure draws in liquidity and then takes liquidity and looking for those liquidity entry points. It is so technical. If you're not open to this, then don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't think it's easy. It's fucking not. It blew me away. I was like, oh shit. It was actually, my first impression was, here we go again. I've just been fucking hoodwinked. Do you know what I mean? It was like, oh shit, here we go. And it is a long road. You're not going to be able to learn shit straight away on this program. You'll start at the start, and the end is probably, it took me to really understand it, to really get through it, was probably about 2 months in. I was sort of a bit more comfortable with it. 3 months in, okay, I'm getting it. 4 or 5 months in, I've cancelled my renewal, because I think I've got as much out of this as I possibly can, and then I'm back on my own again. But remember, there is no such thing as a mechanical trading system. I actually got hooked because of this. I was looking, everyone still is, right? Not just me. Everybody's looking for a mechanical system. Is AI going to do it? Absolutely fucking not, because AI doesn't click the fucking buy button. People do. Human beings do, right? And that's why there is no mechanical system, because you never know what's going to happen. No matter how much analysis you put into it, you can have analysis paralysis, right? And that is over technically looking at something and expecting something to happen, and you're seeing something that just isn't there. Mechanical trading is not available today in the modern world, right? It's just really not. I'm sorry. Yeah. So final words, IHT rating. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. This is probably the highest mark I will probably give to anybody, right? And that's only because I love Matt. I think he's great. You watch him, you read him, and he's a real trader, right? He's not driving around in Lamborghinis and stuff like that, like some of the other fuckers. He's really grounded. His team are good. But they're just a group of traders that really love technical analysis, and over technical analysis is what I would say. But again, there's no mechanical system. Don't expect it to be easy. It's fucking not. Is it value for money? You get so much out of this course. Is all of it worth it? Is all of it needed? I don't think so. With my trading strategy that I use today, I use a lot of concepts from Photon, as many people do. But I don't use it all, because it's just overkill. You just get too confused, analysis paralysis, and you don't really need it. But if you do sign up to their programs, it's a long study time, yeah, but you will start to eat into it, and you will start to understand it. But like I say here, stick to it. Takes quite a while to understand and benefit from it, but it will come. Yeah, absolutely. But again, I have to call it out, guys. Mechanical trading, it just fucking ain't there. And these people that go on about it is what makes me say, I fucking hate trading.